Good morning, JCT brothers and sisters. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with us today. This is the weekly safety mile with Jac and Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jac. Throw out our our mission statement real quick. Almost forgot. We strengthen our communities by providing safe, reliable, innovative solutions or transportation solutions.
And our vision, of course, is North America's most trusted transportation solutions provider. So let's keep it going, folks. Do you want to go over birthdays this week?
We got a lot of them.
Happy birthday to everybody out there. We got Jonathan Carlton with a birthday. Happy birthday, Jonathan. Michael Dunn, Jesse Jean Jellins, of course. Raymond Parks, Brandon Cepeda, Kirk Blythe, Jerry Adams, Lawrence Simpson, Steve Weeks, James, Lieutenant Dan Brock. So happy birthday, Mr. Brock. Marty Smith, Self and Blank, and Christopher Bartley. So happy birthday, everybody out there.
Happy birthday, guys.
It's going to be a great year.
Hope you guys have a blessed day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anniversaries for this week. Okay, we got a couple good ones here. We got Tony Thacker, that's 8 years. Alan Roach, 5 years. Daniel Cummings, that's going to be a 3-year anniversary. And Tracy Moore, that is a 2-year anniversary.
All right.
Guys, happy anniversary. Thank you guys for what you do for us, all the hard work and commitment. It's honestly hard to measure it.
Could not do it without you.
Amen to that. Kyle, what are we going to talk about this week?
All right, so I'm actually going to do a little repeat here. The first thing that I ever talked about on the show was personal conveyance, and it's been enough time, and we've got enough violations in the past, 6 months now? How long have we been doing this now?
It's been a little while.
4 or 5 months?
Something like that.
We're getting close to a year.
It kind of blows by quickly, doesn't it?
But anyways, want to do personal conveyance again. Really just want to kind of reiterate some stuff that I'm sure you guys are aware of, but again, you got to hit on these things to make sure we're all on the same page. So, personal conveyance. We have to reiterate what that's for. It is personal time. And the first part of the word, or the phrase, personal conveyance, is personal. The time has to be personal in nature. So we got to make sure that that is the case. Another thing you can do to really kind of help yourself out is put good notes in whenever you request for this PC to take place. That comes down to really, again, making sure that note indicates that this is something personal that you're using it for. Exactly. Now, a lot of the time we get people that put in the word personal in their annotation for personal conveyance, which is literally 50% of the phrase personal conveyance. It's the first word of personal conveyance. So, of course, it's personal. It's called personal conveyance. So, again, just put a good note in there. Even a word like food or laundry or shower. Anything really that can kind of display to somebody, not even necessarily a police officer, just a random person out there. They could look at that note and know what you're using that time for.
Exactly. You want to make sure that whoever is looking at that log knows that you was legitimately using that time for personal use, that you're not hiding or covering up. What was it, just a couple months ago, we had a guy use personal conveyance legitimately for personal conveyance.
Right.
But he forgot to put a note in.
Yeah.
He forgot to annotate it. So no note. How do we know it's correct? He got nailed for it. So we got to have those notes in there.
Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind is officers are going to be suspicious of you using PC in a direction that is going towards a shipper or a receiver.
That's because every driver out there acts like a wise guy when it comes to personal conveyance.
Yeah.
They act like, guys standing outside LaGuardia, just standing out here outside LaGuardia at the cafe here at the little diner, and his truck goes by and some PC falls off the back of it. So, hey, what's the big deal? So I use the PC, hey.
I just found this PC here and I picked it up. It wasn't me. It was the truck.
Every time you talk to somebody about PC, they always wind up sounding like a wise guy. I'm a stand-up guy, hey.
Yeah. So what? I used it for 30 hours. But yeah, it's if you're using PC to go towards a destination and it just so happens to kind of be in the direction of your next pickup spot or your drop-off spot, that's not going to look good. Exactly. It's going to look like you're just advancing your load while in off-duty status. And likely, I don't even know if I could say likely, but potentially could get a violation from that. And that's something else I wanted to talk about is whenever you get a violation for misuse of PC, that's not just one violation there. You'll get the violation for false logs, but you'll likely also get a violation for 14 hours, going over your 14-hour limit, and maybe even your 11-hour drive time limit.
Because if it wasn't appropriate use, that time, if it was legitimate driving and you were trying to switch it to personal conveyance, that time has to be given back to you. So now it could upset your 70-hour clock. It will upset your drive clock.
Yeah.
You put you over your 11, put you over your 14, because that time has to be allotted back to your logs if it was a falsification.
So yeah, I mean, potentially 3 or 4 violations, and not to mention if you misuse it several times, that's going to come back and get you as well. So all that to say, like, you got to make sure you're watching your own back. I said
Amen.
butt.
That's okay.
Watch your own back here.
We're truck drivers, not ballerinas.
I guess so. Watch your own back here. Just make sure that you're using this stuff correctly, that you're putting in good notes, and that you are limiting how often you're using it truly. If like you're pushing it to like 100 miles every day or every other day, you're using like 70 miles every week. I mean, it's just like this stuff will add up and it'll look bad. So all that's to say, again, just make sure you're logging your time correctly and putting yourself in the best position to avoid violations.
Quick reminder for PC guys, it is for personal use only. You cannot advance a load under personal conveyance. So the simple terminology for that is, hey, you really can't drive any mile that you're getting paid for. If you're getting paid to drive that mile, you cannot use PC. Same thing with as far as business movements. If it is a business movement with that truck, either going to a truck wash, a trailer washout, going to the shop, those are business moves. Those have to be on the duty line.
Yep.
Personal conveyance is exactly what Kyle said it is. It's personal use. Okay. That pretty much sums it up right there.
If it has anything to do with us, with the work, that's not personal time. That is on-duty time.
Exactly. All right, cool. That is some good stuff there, Kyle. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. What you got this week?
Okay, this week I'm going to start rolling into a little bit of the Safe 6, the little driving system that's kind of we're going to start implementing out. We're going to roll it out to the office employees, shop employees, kind of this all into zero thing that we're getting on board with, and then we're going to start pushing that out to the drivers. I mentioned the Safe 6 last week at the end of the deal. Basically, we talked about get ready, right sight, right speed, right space, reduce risk, and of course the right response. Today, I am just going to talk about the first one, get ready.
Get ready.
So when we think about what we do, when you think about get ready, as far as a driver, what are you thinking about?
Typically, pre-trip, knock that pre-trip out.
Exactly.
You gotta check out where you're going to be going for today, right? You're going to check out your route.
Trip planning.
Yeah, trip planning.
Got it. Yeah.
Maybe you want to check out that weather too.
That's part of it. You got it.
But then you want to, start the engine. That's also how you get ready, right?
Yeah, you
go through all the steps. You're like, then you put the gas on. No.
Put it in gear. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, there is a whole lot more to getting ready than just actually getting the truck ready, doing your safety check, doing your pre-trip, making sure your truck is safe and ready to hit the public roadway.
Let's hear it.
Think of it, kind of like an athlete. What's an athlete do when they're getting ready for a game or a fight or anything of that nature?
To get their body ready.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, same thing with us. As drivers, we need to make sure we're getting the adequate amount of rest required, that we can perform our job functions safely and adequately. What about nutrition? Nutrition's something that's hard to take care of out there on the road, but that's part of being ready and being fit and being able to perform our job. Of course, pre-trips, those are big. There's nobody else out there while you're on the road that is going to make sure your truck is ready to go in safe operating order except you. And then also as far as trip planning, another big one. We want to make sure that we've planned our day, that we're not going to run into any unnecessary hazards or weather. Right now we do have a lot of trucks shut down due to the winter storm rolling across the upper Midwest and throughout several of the regions. Guys, if you're out there in the weather, be safe and always make your decisions on what you do on the safest decision possible to protect you. Okay, guys, do the safest thing possible, and always, always, always communicate with your driver leader or your driver manager. So what do you think about that as far as get ready? It's more to it than just the truck and then moving down the road. We physically got to take care of ourselves as far as rest, proper nutrition, which is kind of hard to do out there on the road, but it is doable.
Yeah, I would even say like stretching is a good idea as well.
That's a good one.
You got to get your blood kind of moving in a good way, and it doesn't really take a lot. You can literally do 5 minutes of exercise every day, and it'll make you feel better. It'll make your brain work better.
Yep.
So I would just suggest doing some lunges in the truck, maybe getting outside of that truck, doing some toe touches.
Exactly.
Really anything you can do to get your blood moving and feeling a little bit better.
And, when I was driving, I did like to stop a couple times a day. One, make sure getting something to eat at the appropriate time to take care of myself. And two, I like to stop and walk a little bit when I can.
Yeah.
I don't always want to take the parking spot closest to the building. I kind of park out a little further so I can get a few more steps in while I'm walking.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. I think that pretty much sums it up. Anything else we want to add in there?
No, guys. I mean, just again, make sure you're getting good, adequate rest. You're making sure you're feeling good. We want you guys to be happy out there, and I think putting yourself in a good position for your body to feel good is going to make you feel happier, as it is. And of course, as we get going on. We want to make sure we're on the right track there.
Excellent.
You want to get ready out there.
You guys take care, be safe, stay weather aware, and communicate with that driver manager. And if you guys ever need anything, you need us, call us.
All right. See you next week.